I'll give you a hint. It is a older bourbon.
An older brand, is that what you're saying?
It's an older bourbon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bourbon Theory. I'm Josh.
And I am Blind Bill.
Good old Blind Bill. And we are doing another one of our solo blind series. Now, today, we are hitting up a little bit of a maybe off-profile thing for you. That's your first hint.
Oh, Lord, are you doing me unfinished again?
So it's certainly different. I will say the color of this bourbon is among the darkest that we see. And I really do not think you're going to guess this. I'm very confident that you're not going to guess what this is.
Among the darkest that we see. Well, we got very little that's rum finished.
Here, put your glass up. I'll clink you. Beautiful nose.
Oh, this is a finished bourbon.
This is really rich. This is very nice. Super, super sweet on the nose.
It is that.
Very rich. Like the richness really lends itself to the classic Kentucky bourbon taste and smell that comes with it. I'm going to take my sip.
Is this a stave finish?
No.
No? Okay.
Ooh.
It is finished, though, correct?
No,
No?
it is not.
Wow.
This drinks above its proof. Based on that first sip right there, that drinks above its proof. As a matter of fact, I just blinded the Booker's Reserve 2024 edition. That, to me, drinks lighter than what we're drinking right now. Which is another bit of a hint for you.
I don't think, to me, this does not drink at that point.
No, it's not that, like the actual proof, the oak impact you get from it lends itself towards being a higher proof though.
Yeah, I don't get the oak impact. I don't get the age necessarily that I got from the Booker's.
Okay.
And I don't get the oak impact, which would be one and the same, really. Very sweet.
It's nice and sweet.
Very, very sweet.
There is one prevailing note that I'm getting on this bourbon that I'm not going to say out loud.
Graham cracker.
I'd be interested to see if you're picking any of it up. Would you like a drop?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm going to put a drop in mine. This is one of the richest bourbons that I think I've ever drank before. Smooth, Kentucky bourbon flavor forward.
And so it's not as high proof as the Booker's Reserve was.
Correct.
Is this even over 100 proof?
It is exactly 100 proof. Drinks a little hotter than 100 though, doesn't it?
I don't know. I was wondering if this was Willet pot still. As sweet as it is.
Really?
As sweet as it is.
Okay. Okay.
I put this like a dessert bourbon. That's why I thought finished.
Well, if you have some definitive guesses, I will tell you if you are correct or incorrect. Would you like to guess if it's Willet pot still?
No, it can't be. If it's 100 proof, it can't be a pot still.
That is correct.
94.
I really enjoy this bourbon. This is very good. I'll give you a hint. It is a older bourbon.
An older brand, is that what you're saying?
It's an older bourbon. This is a very, very nice drinking experience. Genuinely one of the darkest things I've seen in a bottle. Really holds up as far as the age goes. I'll give you one hint here. It's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime drinking opportunity.
Is this a Buffalo Trace product?
No, it is not.
Okay.
I will give you one hint. Buffalo Trace owns this brand now. Not the name. The original distillery and most of the products that they produced are owned by Buffalo Trace now.
This is not E.H. Taylor.
It is not.
It's much too sweet. I mean, the nose reminds me of Buffalo Trace. Very much it reminds me of Buffalo Trace.
Let me give you one hint. It's not from this century.
Not from this century.
It is not from this century. It is 1999 or before. So it is an older bourbon that you've had sitting.
God, there's so many of those.
Yeah, it doesn't narrow it down too much. Ask me some questions.
Oh,
Narrow the field down for you.
all right. Buffalo Trace owns it now. They didn't before.
Not this particular brand. Buffalo Trace owns the majority of this brand. The most popular expression of this brand that is still produced is owned by Buffalo Trace now.
I'm trying. Wait, this is really sweet. I mean, like a plum,
I'm really surprised you haven't picked up on one note in particular that is definitely coming through on my palate that I am not saying out loud, because that would, I think, give too much away.
If you're thinking mint, that's not here, but not for me. And Buffalo Trace doesn't own that brand.
They do not own that brand. All right, 3 questions to get there.
Okay, Buffalo Trace.
Not Buffalo Trace.
Right, yeah. 1990s, very sweet.
Not 1990s, just before 1999. It is not of this century.
Okay.
So any time between 1901 to 1999. Sorry, 1900 to 1999.
I'm stumped here. It's very good.
Okay. Very rich flavors.
It's amazingly rich, thick.
Yes.
I can only imagine what the legs are like on the glass.
It is. They stick around.
I mean, it's got it's so
matter
viscous.
Of fact, my last sip that I took, it was probably 2.5, 3 minutes ago, and the original line from that sip is still sitting on my glass right now. Very visible. Let me give you a hint. One of your favorite brands.
Well, it's not Henry McKenna, because that's Heaven Hill.
I'll give you your second hint here. The brand, as it was before, was split within 2 distilleries. The main products from this brand were split between 2 distilleries, Buffalo Trace being one of them.
That's not, my memory's not there for that.
Okay. The other distillery is in Bardstown.
I think you got me on this one.
Yeah? No guesses?
No?
Nothing at all.
I'm thinking, and I'm probably overthinking.
Just give me like your first thought based on the hints you have so far.
I got nothing. That's the thing. It's
nothing at all.
It is so sweet.
Okay. Let me narrow down your playing field. It is a Heaven Hill product nowadays.
It was a Buffalo.
No. This brand in particular was never Buffalo Trace. But the majority, the biggest selling brand that this distillery used to be is now owned by Buffalo Trace and produced and sold by Buffalo Trace.
Okay, I think that's what's confusing me because I honestly can't come up with it.
Would you like to know the answer?
Yes.
Open your eyes. This is old Fitzgerald Leprechaun bottled in bond.
Well, you really did throw me off there. This is outstanding.
It's very good, isn't it?
Yes.
You're not getting any mint, really?
No, but as I recall, when we actually did these and poured them,
this one did not give the minty flavor that the other two prime bottles did. For me, it's still there
because this is Stitzel-Weller.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that don't know what we're doing here, this is Stitzel-Weller. This is the birthplace of Pappy.
This was barreled in 1961. Decanted in 1968.
He really threw me for a loop on this one.
I intentionally did that.
This is plum and raisin, and
it's quite fruity.
Oh,
I'm still really picking up the mint and the oak, though.
Yeah, I mean, this is the oak comes in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting so much of the mint.
It's definitely more of an aftertaste than it is a prevalent note. For me, it's something that kind of lingers on my tongue. And as I'm breathing in and out, I get that like spearmint kind of flavor.
So barreled in 61.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 39, 59. That is 63 years old today, as it is.
Since it came off the still.
That is older than me.
That it is.
That's older than your mother.
That it is.
That's
prehistoric times.
That's saying something. That is saying something. So this was actually bottled in 1968.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. You were merely 5 years old.
About 5. Well, by the fall of 68, I was 5.
5 years old.
Wow. He snuck this one in on me. So.
I had a few choices on this. I think we should do a couple more of these. I had a few choices, but this was the one thing that stood out to me that I really wanted to get on.
And this
camera.
is the 100 proof. So this is the bottled in bond.
Yep. Which I thought would stand up to the age.
And these were the reason he has both out here is because these were decanted.
This juice came out of this decanter.
Yes.
We have a video that by the time this goes live will be live. As a matter of fact, at the time of our filming, this should be live in just a few days.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very special, once in a lifetime kind of pour.
Yes.
And the fact that you have it here, we had waited quite some time, one, to undecant them and rebottle them. And then we tried your birth year 1963 bourbon.
Right.
And I was like, this is probably the one I thought you were really thinking about trying the most.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's bust it out.
Yeah,
and that is so dark.
It is unbelievably
dark and rich. I cannot see through this bottle in any way, shape, or form at all.
I mean,
that's crazy.
I said it before when I first nosed it. I thought this is finished because I thought this was going to be a port or something because
it has
of that raisin,
deep, rich flavor.
Yes. It's so sweet,
and it's just age. It's just age,
and just great bourbon. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
Yes, they did. I still pick up that spearmint and mintiness, but it's certainly like an aftertaste.
There's a bit of it. Yeah, I can
For
catch
me,
a bit of it there.
As I breathe after I finish a sip is when I'm getting it. It's not there on the palate itself, just like immediately after a swallow. What you pick up from that, it's definitely after the fact kind of thing.
And this is
much more subtle.
These are once in a lifetime pours.
Yes.
For us, it'll be more than once in a lifetime, but for most people, these are once in a lifetime pours.
Yeah.
So in the video where we actually decanted, undecanted,
or rebottled
these, we actually did some weights. We weighed it before we undecanted it, and then we weighed the decanter after, so we could kind of determine if you were ever in this situation with this type of decanter, then how many ounces of juice would there be, or milliliters would there be
you could expect for a relatively well maintained.
And in general, these all came out. This one actually came out with less.
Yes, this was
than any of the three.
This is the lowest yield we had,
and yet it was still within.
When we poured,
it was within 100 milliliters of full.
Before I poured these, we were probably up to here-ish.
Or maybe it was within 200 milliliters of full.
So it's, as far as something that was barreled in 1961, prior to Angel Share and all of that happens once you put it into a barrel. And we just
did this 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So we bought the bottles, these bottles on Amazon, and did these. And these had been sitting in these decanters for me for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, something like that. And again, you want to look for your Pappies. I'm going to tell you now, Pappy ain't got nothing on this.
No, it does not. Nowadays,
it ain't got nothing on this.
If you got a vintage Pappy sitting around, probably does. But today's Pappy, like a Lot B today, pales in comparison to this. This is a fantastic, just a beautiful, and the fact that there's like almost no cork in this thing.
Yeah, we ran it through a tea strainer.
And one of the other bottles, we had a ton of leftover cork pieces. This is as pure as it gets.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
I mean, these are, again, they're once in a lifetime pours.
They are. So
these are ones that are meant to be drank and shared just a bit.
With the most special of people.
Yeah. I wouldn't trade 2 bottles of Russell's 15
for one of these. I would agree.
Yeah.
This is special.
No way.
This is
and I don't have anywhere close to what 2 bottles of Russell's 15 would cost in these.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But these were bought out of a basement bar in Louisville, Kentucky. My uncle Junior, Uncle Andrew, helped me locate these, and God bless you. He helped me find these and put me on them. So it is outstanding. I should probably send him a pour.
It's probably a good idea. It's a good idea. But guys, thank you so much for being here with us to enjoy this very special blind tasting for you. I loved the opportunity to be able to do this completely blind for you.
And stump me.
Yeah. This was, as we were doing some of these last night, this was in my head as one that I wanted to pull out and do. So this is, if you guys see a bottle of this, and I know there are quite a few like vintage bottle shops around nowadays that just might have something along the same lines.
Yeah, you could go to a Jack Rose possibly in DC and do this. There may be a couple of others. Jack Rose is the only one that comes to mind, top of mind for me, that you might be able to pick this up, but or get a pour of it. But man, I'd be willing to bet you that pour would be $200 to $300.
Yeah, it would be up there
for a 1 ounce pour.
It would be up there,
and it would probably be worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not I can't believe they have Pappy 15 on the shelf. I'll pay $150 for a pour. This is oh my fucking God, I cannot believe they have one of these.
This is I will never have an opportunity of this again in my life.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But some of my friends will. Some of our friends will.
Yes, they will. So, guys, thank you so much for being here with us.
And they won't be paying for it.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, I mean, look at the kind of thing we're offering you. How many other places are you going to go where you get stuff like this?
And if you don't, that's it. You're out.
So please hit that subscribe button if
If you haven't subscribed,
already.
get out. Don't come back.
Hit the like button on this video. We would greatly appreciate it. Hit the notification bell if you would like to be updated on our regular uploads every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and a few special occasion videos coming every now and then. We would appreciate you guys checking on us. And as we always say,
like outstanding bourbon, our videos get better with time.
And as always, please take care of yourselves.